Hello Aries, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans. Say illustrated? What does it say? Yep, illustrated by Mark Evans. At the bottom here, you can see the website, llewellyn.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you would like to. Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Reisch Baskin. On the back here are the websites torihartman.com, watkinspublishing.co.uk, or watkinspublishing.com. Feel free to check out anything you might want to check out there. What do we have for Aries? What is the deal? Okay. Okay. Let's see what happens from this. This is a weird one. I feel like it's going to be one of those that I have to go through it and figure out what it's actually saying before we get there. Because somebody already started the situation. This feels very political. A lot of politics going on here. Trying to get people to work together. Trying to keep people happy. I see your energy is kind of like, well, if we just do what we're supposed to and say, like, why are we playing games? I feel like that's where, I don't know, there's definitely people, like, acting like they like people who they don't like people, but they act like they like the people that they don't like. People kind of like, oh, I'm going to try to make that happen, and they have really no intention of making that happen. You're seeming to try to keep this at a level, like, is this going to happen? Don't tell me something's going to happen if you're not sure. Well, I think I'm going to do my best to make that happen. And you're like, I do see you. Are you the one who's getting what they want? Is Aries getting what they want from this situation? Somebody's going to be disappointed, but who is the question? I don't know. Things change, like, things do change, but they change in a way that I don't think you were expecting. You do have a successful moment here. Things are going well, but I feel like we're about to end up in a big argument. You have success here. I'm not feeling bad about what I see coming forward all of a sudden. And there's some rough cards coming, but I don't feel bad about it because I feel like you might actually be like, all right, if we're going to argue, then let's argue. But let's make it a productive argument. Let's at least work stuff out. If we have to argue, let's make it worth it. Let's work things out. Let's solve things. Aries is typically not afraid to argue, fight, whatever you want to call it. Things have been stuck for too long and people aren't talking about what they need to talk about. There's too much diplomacy going on. I feel like you might be looking at this like it's just nothing is happening because we're kissing each other's butts and making everybody feel so warm and cozy, like everything is wonderful, and it's not. And the more we keep doing that, the less that happens. Nothing's going to change if we don't start breaking some eggs. I don't know, that's what I'm feeling. Like, we got to start telling people what we really think. We got to stop kissing each other's butts. It's stupid. Let's stop it. The change is afoot, and I see, like, you're going to start pushing forward. You're going to be putting it flat out there, what you're doing next and why you're doing it, and I see you moving forward. You are moving forward. Wow, okay, you're moving forward. Okay, I get that. I don't think that's bad, but I feel like I'm getting the rejection here with the Page of Cups, kind of like, the reason I'm doing it is because I'm sick of how things are going. So I'm not waiting for people to be on the same page with me. I'm just going to do what I want, and I guess we're going to see how that works out. And that's how it's going to go, because I'm sick of the games. That's what I'm getting. We're just going to roll with it on that. The next card, how does that affect Aries? What number is that? Justice, and then the Page of Wands. You are moving forward. You aren't really worrying about it. You know people are going to be upset when you do this. You're all right with it. the Three of Swords comes in and people are going to be upset, but I feel like you're kind of like, all right, well, that's what we need to do to change things. I guess that's what I'm going to do. I can back up what I do. Like, I can stand my ground. I'm good. So people aren't going to like it, then I guess they're not going to like it. There's a lot of weird energy going on around this. The Moon card shows up around this where people are kind of like, they're not really moving forward. They're just kind of lagging behind, and I feel your energy is kind of like, well, if you're going to lag behind, then have a good time with it because I'm going to continue on. I guess we're just going to go our separate ways because I'm not waiting. It does seem like it's a little bit brutal. I feel like other people are going to join you in this. Be careful of people joining you. They do agree with you, but they might go overboard. Like, go forward at the pace you already decided you were going to do. Don't go faster. You don't need to go slower either, but don't go faster. Because I feel like there's this energy that's kind of partnering up with you, and they're kind of like, you know what? Those people don't want to get on board. Cut them off right now, and let's move on without them. Just ignore them. I don't think that's necessary. I think that's where it's just a little bit overdone with whoever's next. Because they're agreeing with you. I think that's why I'm getting the Emperor. But I feel like they're making it too dramatic. It doesn't need to be that dramatic. Keep going the way you planned. I feel like let people catch up on their own time. Let people catch up on their own time? Yeah. Is there something I'm missing with that? 'Cause I'm like... it's like, it's nice when somebody agrees with you, but now if they're going to, like, change the flow of it to where it kind of works against you a little bit. We definitely don't want that. The Sun card and the Page of Fire. They're loving the change. Whoever this is, they agree with you. The change needs to happen. They want the change to happen. Yes, and keep going with it, but don't go too fast with it. Just keep it at the pace you originally thought you were going to do. Stick with your original plan. Stick with your original plan. It's going to be very tempting to change, but don't. Do yourself that favor. Because I feel like other people are going to catch up to you. They're going to want to work with you. They're lagging behind, but they will catch up. This Ten of Swords is telling me that they're very upset about the change you made. Okay. I see you looking at them like, all right, they're taking a minute to pull it together, and you're like, well, I'm continuing on. Catch up when you're ready, but you're going to have to catch up because I'm not waiting for it. I understand that you don't like it, and you maybe don't want to go this way, but we weren't going anywhere, so I made the choice. So if you're going to go somewhere else, then go somewhere else. But if you want to go with me, I'm not waiting. You need to catch up to me. They will. It takes them a while, but they will catch up to you because I get your final card is Abundance. It will go in your favor eventually. It does take quite a while. That's why I'm also getting, this is why you don't want to cut those people completely off. They do prove to be very beneficial later on down the road. I do feel like these people are loyal. They're just kind of like really slow to start. They're slow starts. They're slow starts. I feel like that's what it is. They're slow starts. Whoever this other person is who agrees with you, don't let that person target those people. Do your best to just kind of deflect it. Kind of like, we don't need to have a conversation about them at all, but don't let that become like where this person is targeting those people, like, oh, those people suck, or whatever they want to say. Don't let them do that. Just kind of like, let's try to like move away from that. Because I do feel like if you let them, they're going to come back later, and they're going to be very beneficial to you. They're very worth it. Is there anything else about this energy that's agreeing with you? Because I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but something doesn't feel right. Are they temporary or something? Is there anything else you should know about this energy? Four of Pentacles, but it's upside down, and the Hierophant upside down. If you know this person, how stable are they? Like, I feel like they're good for a minute, but like when something gets their attention, they go towards that. Which I feel like you can relate to, but it's kind of like, I would be careful with this one. I don't know. Something, I feel like if you know this person, you can see the history of how they act, and they're going to do to you what they've done to others, whatever that means. If you don't know this person, just be aware that this person is they're very flitty. They can go from one to the next. I'm nervous that they're like, friend today, foe tomorrow. Depends on how what you're doing is benefiting them. If it benefits them, we're great, we're perfect, we're great, hermetically sealed together, whatever you want to call it. But if it's not really serving them where they want to go, they're like, I don't know you, I don't want anything to do with you, I'm not helping you at all. They might be that type of person. While this is going the direction they want to go, they're great, they're perfect, they're pushing you forward, they're getting what they want. When this isn't going where they want, I feel like they're not at all helpful, and they could be, I don't know, they could like work against you at some point if it's not going the way they want it to. It reminds me of somebody I used to know. They were very nice and very fun when things were going their way. But once you made a decision that they didn't like, all of a sudden you were the worst person in the world. They were siding against you. They were causing problems for that person. I feel like that's this energy. So be wary of it, because you don't really have tolerance for that ridiculousness. But if they haven't really pulled it on you yet, I feel like that's why you're giving this person a chance, because they haven't pulled this on you yet. But if you've seen them do it to other people, realize this person could do that to you. Just protect yourself. As long as they're working in the direction you want to go, let them help you. Cool, but just keep your eye on them. See them for who they are. If they do an about face at some point, don't be shocked. Be like, yep, saw that coming. Doesn't bother me because I saw you for who you are. And I kept my safe distance. I made sure I was ready for it. You know what I mean? They just make me a little nervous. I'm just kind of, it doesn't mean, the way I'm feeling this reading, it doesn't guarantee that they're going to do that, but they could, is what I'm getting. I don't know, I'm just very uneasy with that energy. I don't really care for it that much, but it's kind of like, I guess, well, I mean, you gotta kind of roll with what you got, I guess. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.